But right now we have Dr. Tank coming up. Tank was on our podcast a couple of weeks ago, as was Terrence as well. A very dynamic person, very passionate about what he does. He's an educator, he's a professor. He's really focused in on underserved communities and making sure that young kids are getting an education and getting a vision of things they don't normally see. Okay, so he's the guy with the bow tie. He's amazing, articulate, very powerful. Everybody on here that's speaking, they all have a very powerful story, including this brother. So I'm going to let him finish doing what I'm trying to do, and that's speak for him. All right, so I'm gonna meet you now, brother.
Good evening, everyone. Everyone can hear me? Just give me a thumbs up. Okay, excellent. All right, so I have Law 28, and I want you to just think about entrepreneurship as I speak. This law deals with action with boldness. And a critical component of entrepreneurship is that you have to be bold, you have to be daring, you have to conquer this fear and doubt and this idea of being hesitant to pursue your dreams. And so I want to kind of just bring you guys quickly to a traffic light. Have you ever been in this experience where you're sitting at a traffic light and it's broken and it's stayed on red for about 10 minutes and everyone's waiting for someone to do something about it? And then it takes that one individual to take the chance and hit that gas, and then you see the whole line go after it. That's what the world is waiting for each of us here. They're waiting for you to be that bold individual that will pursue what you were designed to do. Every single one of us have an assignment, and we allow fear, doubt, friends to talk us out of doing what we are supposed to do. And so this law really deals with this idea of boldness versus hesitancy. And how do you fight these two different psychological powers? It reminds me, when I was younger, I used to play the violin, saxophone, flute. My parents forced me to play all kinds of instruments. And one thing they teach you when you learn music is this: the audience does not know what it's supposed to sound like. So if you make a mistake, make it with pride and boldness. Just keep going. The only way they'll know you mess up is if you stop and be like, oh my God, oh, I'm sorry. So just play whatever you want and they'll go along with you. And that application can be used in life. That no matter what you do, if you're gonna make a mistake, make a bold mistake. Stop being and thinking of you're going to always have it. All right. So if you are relevant, you're going to have haters. So actually, haters are a compliment. All right. So what I'm trying to get all of us to do is to be who we're designed to be. I want to give one more quick story about this idea of entrepreneurship. When I graduated with my master's, one of the things I wanted to do was become a teacher. I wanted to be a college professor. I had zero experience. And you guys know how it works in the world. When you want to get a job, the first thing they ask you is, do you have any experience? And I had zero. And so the interview, whenever you hear this in the interview, you didn't get the job. We're going to put your application on file for 6 months. When you hear that, you may have to start packing your bags. But they always follow it up with this. They say, do you have any questions? And I said, yes. Actually, I don't have a question. I have a statement. And the dean asked me, what's your statement? I said, I'll do this job for free. I don't need the money. Just give me a chance to teach these kids because I was built to do this job. Maybe my resume doesn't have it. Maybe, you find someone more experienced, but I will outwork every professor you think of hiring. I will outwork every professor in this department because I'm doing this because I was designed to do it, and I'm not doing this for the money or a job. When they saw that boldness, which is the law, she said, I've never done this in my life. I am literally hiring you because there's something about you that just makes me believe you. And so I'm telling you, this idea of boldness and power is something that's infectious, just like the red light. When people see you do it, people will follow. And so I know I have limited time. I'll end it with one last story. I was at a well-paying job. And 6 months ago, I took a big risk. I left a well-paying job to do what I'm telling you to do today, to pursue my dream. We're not designed to work 50 hours a week and pay bills. This is not why we were created. There's something you were created to do. And once you start doing it, you'll realize you wasted 5 years working for someone else. You're doing two things in life. You're either building your dream or you're working for someone else and building theirs. And so either way, you're building someone's dream. Why don't you build your own? And so when I took this risk, you got to have this mindset that there is no plan B. It's plan A. Plan B is a distraction because now you're saying, if I don't make it, I'm going to. If you go 100% into what you're supposed to do, God's going to do it for you. And so I'll leave you with a Dr. Martin Luther King quote. Take the first step even when you can't see the rest of the staircase. And too often we want to see all of the stairs of where it's going to lead us before we take the step of our destiny. I'm telling you, after this conference call, after the Zoom call, take a step to your destiny. And I promise you, once you start working for yourself and you make your own hours and you set your own pay, that freedom will never make you go slave for someone else again. That's all I got, brother. I just wanted to give you guys the passion that's built in me. My name is Tank Educates. My name is Tank Educates. You can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram. That's TANKEDD. That's 2 Ds, UCATES. You can follow my videos also on YouTube. You just put Dr. Tank in the search. And then also my website, www.tankeducates.com. Look, what I'm doing now is God allowed me to get my Doctor of Education degree. And I'm not using that to now sit there and beat my chest and say I made it to the top. It's now my duty now to go back to the hood where I come from and try to pull as many minority educated boys and girls that were in the same situation I was in to pull them out. The system's not designed for us. The curriculum's not designed for us. And so it's my life work now to go back to the schools and put pressure on the school system, the curriculums and the administration so that our curriculum, our pedagogy becomes diversified. It looks like everyone that's sitting in the classroom and doesn't come from a one-size-fits-all. That's all I have, brother. Thank you for the opportunity, Kaleem, and I would love to connect with everyone on the call.
Oh, my.